Okay, I want to take you over and introduce you to Don W. He's our tilt guy. We also refer to him as Grumpy Don or Old Don. He's not in customer service for a reason, but he's the guy you want working on your tilt. We've become the world's busiest 67 to 73 Mustang and Cougar tilt rebuilder. They're coming in and out of here every day. And we're one of the only places that can do everything to your tilt column. And that includes all your vacuum, electrical, wiring, everything. Let's go see Don. This is Don W., our tilt craftsman, builder, whatever. This is what he does day after day here. He's got a little jig set up. And what year is this one, Don?
70.
70 tilt column. Probably the hardest to come by. How can you tell it's a 70 just by looking at it?
This is for your ignition switch, and it's right up near the head of the steering column.
Yep.
Right up there. Fits like that, but that's the ignition switch here, and then this can be changed, but it's the mounts to the floorboard, and on a 69 and 70 it's one solid piece. It's a small piece, 67, 68 split.
What's the Achilles heel on a 70 tilt column?
This part right here. There's a pin that goes in here, and it gets wobbled out. Like right here, they work their way out, and then they wobble out here. Okay, what happens when that pin moves, it'll chip the teeth, like that one there. That's chipped. This is in good shape. Nothing wrong with that one. And this is in good shape. But when the pin moves here, this gets cockeyed when the tri-end latches onto it. People get excited, they pull on it, they push on it, and break these off. And these are about 80 bucks a piece.
There you go. So when you're out searching, and the interchange on these is 1970 through 73 or 4 or 5.
These would go up to about 78.
So even if you got an old van or pickup or a full-size passenger car and you're at a U-Pull-It and you have time, that's a $80, $90 part right here. This is the Achilles heels of our 70 to 73 tilt columns. Anyways, I just wanted to give you an example of what goes on here. I think that's enough information.
These parts here,
yeah,
for a 70 column, they're only good for 70, 71, 72, 73. 74 is different. The measurements are different in here, and they won't work.
So once you get past 74 on getting your junkyard columns, don't pay a lot for them. There's only a few pieces of interchange with our earlier generation ones. Stay away from pre-67, nothing fits. But those 67 to 73 tilt columns out of full-size cars are gold. Scoop them up, and keep in mind we buy them. So here's a random old tilt column off the shelf. And what I want to really stress here is this is a very valuable piece. Treat it like a $1,000 item, because it is, or if it isn't, it will be shortly. Really depressing when I have to call people and say, yeah, the column you sent me needed rebuilt, but now it's actually ruined. So we all know what UPS stands for, United Parcel Smashers. We have to protect this well. First thing, no need to send me things that we're not going to rebuild. Like this little piece here, it's not unique to the tilt column, so slide the little clip off and you just keep that at home. Let's get the column in the straight position. So leave the lever in for now and get it in the straight position. If yours will hold, if it doesn't, that's okay. And let's get a little wrench. Your stock might be in good shape. So if it is, you don't want to put vice grips here. Let's get in a 1/4 inch will work, but I got a 7/32 wrench here. And just peel that off. And this one's actually garbage. Although I will say this, I've been able to, on these original stocks, which I think the reproductions are not quite right, I've found ones that are rusty here, but the chrome is here, good here. And then I found ones that are good here, but the chrome is peeling on the knob. So you can very carefully put rags around this and well, I'll just do it right here in front of you. Watch this. There you go. Throw that away. Keep your nice little chrome knob. Keep your eye out for one with good chrome, or you can get this re-chromed. I mean, because the reproductions just don't have the same detail right there. So yeah, I'm being nitpicky, but hey, some of these cars are getting, you know, a 68 Cougar just the other day sold for $228,000 at auction. All of a sudden, this kind of little stuff matters. Anyway, enough of that. You can leave the nut on it, that's okay. Leave the turn signal switch. These brackets are not unique to the tilt column. I don't care what yours is, 67 to 73. These are all the same, fixed column or tilt column. So we've loosened up this little swivel piece here so we can get to here. And if you're missing yours or they're rusty or whatever, we have all these pieces, even if you just need a little individual piece there. But no need to send it to us because it's not unique to the tilt column. And the rag joint, you can leave that on there if you like. It doesn't take up any space, but to get this bracket off, you'll probably have to take it off. So let's take this bracket off. And these are a little trickier. Now, we don't paint columns here. We'll bead blast it for you and get this rust off, but we're not painters. So just keep that in mind when you get your tilt column back. And don't freshly paint your column and then send it to us because, well, we don't want to bang it around and scratch your new paint, so. Oh boy. This column is going to require a new tube. No big deal, we have them. Okay, now we are ready for shipment. Might as well take this off too. This also is not unique to a tilt column. The only reason you'd want to leave it there is if you want us to test it. We know this one's bad. So it's your choice, leave it there or not. Anyway, here's what I do. There's lots of bulletproof ways to ship columns. I've seen it all. If you take it to the little UPS packaging store, they'll charge you bank for a single wall box and those peanuts. And we hate those peanuts. It's not the best way to ship it. It's okay, but you'd be surprised what they'll charge you. What I do, just get some scrap cardboard. Behind an auto body shop, an appliance shop, whatever, all you have to do is cut it a little longer than the column. In this column, I cut it at 36. And you cut it against the grain. So when you roll it, you can see how when you want the lines going this way. This is just the easiest way I know how to wrap one of these. And see what I mean? Leave a little extra. Oh, and leave your key in the column too. And if you don't have a key, we can figure it out. Now, that's probably enough cardboard. But since this is such a valuable piece and scrap cardboard is free and it's not going to cost any more to ship a package a little larger, let's do it again. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Notice I didn't get my edges real straight here. When I cut it, I just eyeballed it. We don't care. There we go. Sometimes a second set of hands is good here. And then, I'm not going to make you watch this whole video, but we're going to cocoon the end of it. The column's going to go nowhere because it's kind of trapped in there. But we're still going to, just in case the pieces want to come out, we're going to go nuts with tape here. Tape is cheap. Okay, now we've got both ends taped up. Make sure your cover letter is in there. When I say cover letter, your business card in there with a little note saying, here, this is a gift, or here, I want to sell this to you, or here, please repair this. Call before you get to work on it with the estimate. Whatever, we need some information in there, and put your email address in there too, not just your phone number. Okay, here's another tip. A lot of you guys don't have a business or a place to send UPS packages economically. That's where you call us. Reason being is we have an account. We can email you or regular snail mail you a label that you can slap on here, just tape it on, and it goes on our account. We're going to charge you for that, but our prices are going to be half the price of the UPS store. So just give us a call and say, hey, I'd like to purchase a call tag and get my tilt going your way. Here's another tip, and this will save you bank. You won't believe how expensive some of the little clips and springs and jaws and everything are inside these tilt columns. Go to our website and you'll see certain ones, not all of them are made of gold. Go to searchtempest.com. Play around with search words Lincoln, full-size Mercury, Monterey, Thunderbird, T-Bird, and try to find a column shift tilt column for the corresponding year of yours. So you got a 71 through 3 Cougar, find a 71 through 3 Lincoln that's got a tilt, and most of them do. Anyway, you'll find them cheap in those cars because the value isn't there on the cars. Most of them have tilts. You can pick them up sometimes for $100. I had one guy recently find 3 of them from one guy that was parting out some Lincolns. He shipped me all 3 along with his broken tilt column. We were able to take the parts out of the Lincoln column, put it in his Mustang column, and then write him a check for a couple $100 for the leftover goodies that we got to keep. So it cost him nothing out of his pocket almost when it was all done and set. So just a little tip there, searchtempest.com. It searches every Craigslist in the United States, one click. You know, maybe you don't want to go all over the country. Just search your own private Craigslist, but you get the idea.